Hello, so I'm going to be talking again about what has been going on in school for me. So where I last left off, I had intentionally allowed myself to be put into a position where I had some standing in the system, where I was representing the problems. And I left off saying that I would come back and talk about my intention to go and talk to the academic advisor named Robert. So, 3 days ago, I went to see Robert, and I was nervous at first, and I walked into his office, and I expected to spend the majority of the hour that I had with him talking about the school system, and then getting to talk about solutions. And I thought that I was going to fix the system or something like that. So, what actually happened was just really interesting. I went in there, and within 5 minutes, the two of us had established and agreed upon the situation being that an elite few at the top of the educational system are manipulating, distorting, and taking advantage of the values that are attached to information so that they can control the system and people in the system for, as Mr. Robert put it, ego and maybe money. And the way it progressed was I would just throw out a point, he would confirm it and then explain a little bit more about the point. I would throw out the next point, he would confirm it and then explain a little bit more, and it just went back and forth like that. I'd throw out something, he'd confirm it. I'd throw out the next thing, he'd confirm it, and just like that. That was the end of it. There was like nothing else to say. So we spent the rest of that hour. He showed me this alternative college that looked really cool. But that's not the issue here, is that thing going on with that college. So, there was like a few really awkward moments where it was like, we wanted to keep talking to each other, but there was just like nothing more to say. Sorry about my throat. When I get like nervous talking to other people, my throat tends to like narrow and then just fill with phlegm. Fuck. So that was what happened there, and he gave me numbers to the... Hold on, it's right here, I can get it. He gave me numbers to... He explained how the educational system works, So he is an academic counselor, so he's like not on this hierarchy, but there are the division deans he mentioned. And since I'm in a history class, the division dean for history is one Randy Moonson. And then above them they have the vice president of instructions, which is Pat Houston, and then the president of that Northwest College campus, which is just the president of that bunch of buildings, is one Jana Coy, who, interestingly enough, fascinatingly enough, my mother knows personally. Apparently, so I've heard. And then also he just showed me, like, just what I have to do to allocate myself in the system to make my transition to this other college, which is, like, different, easier. So, that was what happened 3 days ago. Then, the next day, I went back to that series of buildings, back